Welcome to the reading of the Times Reporter newspaper for Wednesday, October 28th. My name is Pam, and let's begin our reading with the area deaths. William Lynn Chandler, known as Bill, 67, of Dover, went home to be with the Lord on Monday, October 26th, after a long battle with cancer. A funeral service will be held at Tolan Herzig Funeral Home and Crematory in Dover, with Pastor Earl Miller officiating on Saturday, October 31st at 11 a.m. Family and friends may call 1 hour before the service on Saturday from 10 to 11. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and government orders, masks will be required. Antoinette T. English, known as Nettie, 89, of Dover, passed away peacefully in the Park Village Health Care Center on Monday, October 26th. Private graveside services will be held. Brianne Lynn Furness, 40, of New Philadelphia, passed away peacefully in the Community Hospice Truman House on October 26th, following a 2-year struggle with brain cancer. Private family services will be held at a later date. Sally Joanne Nagel, age 69, of New Philadelphia, died Saturday, October 24th, in Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital at Dover following a period of declining health and a 5-year battle with Alzheimer's. The family will greet guests 1 hour prior to services on Friday, October 30th, from 10 to 11 a.m. in the Gieb Funeral Center at Dover, with a service celebrating Sally's life at 11 a.m. Charlene Louise O'Hara, 84, of Denison, passed away on Monday, October 26th, at Hennis Care Center in Dover after a lengthy illness. In the interest of public health, a private family service was held before her internment. Walt Weaver, 76, of Strasburg and formerly of the Stone Creek, Newcomerstown area, died October 26th. Visitation will be held in the Gieb Funeral Center at Dover on Friday, October 30th, from 1 to 2:30 p.m., with services beginning at 2:30. Well, friends, that concludes the area deaths from today's online edition. We will now begin with our first article. The 29th COVID-19 related death reported in Tuscarawas County. On Tuesday, the Tuscarawas County Health Department and the New Philadelphia City Health Department were notified of the 29th COVID-19 related death in Tuscarawas County. The deceased was a 53-year-old man. As of 1 p.m. Tuesday, there were 1,430 cases of COVID-19 in Tuscarawas County, an increase of 36 since Monday. Of that number, 265 are active cases and 1,136 have recovered. Other statistics: current hospitalizations are 30. There have been 29 deaths. The age range was less than 1 to 100 years of age, and the average age is 42.6 years. The date of the onset range from January 20th to Friday. Up next, informal committee to continue discussions on Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium lease by John Baker. In New Philadelphia, members of City Council and officials with New Philadelphia City Schools will meet informally in the near future to continue discussions on a new lease for Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. Members of the group will likely include Councilman Rob Maurer and Kelly Ricklick, New Philadelphia Law Director Marvin Feet, School Superintendent David Brand, School Board Member David Franz, and Tom Farbizo of the Quaker Club. The issue was discussed Monday at a meeting of Council's finance committees, as both sides reviewed a new draft lease prepared by Feet. City officials say their main concern is that residents can continue to walk and exercise at the stadium in the event of any future pandemic. The stadium, which is owned by the city but leased by the school district, was closed to the public from April 28th to May 30th as a precaution to prevent the spread of COVID-19. That led to many complaints from residents. Council is considering a 50-year lease for the stadium. The true intent is to make that available to all when we can make it available to all, Ricklick said. With that, I'd like to see a very simple document that states that. He commended Farbizo for leading efforts to renovate the stadium. The Quaker Club has raised more than $3 million to make improvements to the facilities. I want to commend him on what he has done, but also I want a commitment from the school, Ricklick said. What is the plan when Mr. Tom Farbizo is not here? And what is the plan for the city? How to help with that stadium and keep it in the condition that it is? It's both of our responsibilities to the citizens to maintain that. Officials differ on the expiration date of the last lease. City officials say it expired in 2019. School officials say it is still good until 2029. The new stadium lease, 2020, is the proposed draft lease from Mr. Feet that was discussed last evening. France told the TR on Tuesday there are several areas of concern with this draft, some technical issues with the language, some unknowns with the language, and how OHSAA, or the Ohio High School Athletic Association, will react to the district using a facility it has no jurisdiction over. I think a simple lease like we are currently operating under is more appropriate for the situation. France said the school district would like to have a 50-year lease similar to the one adopted in 1979, with the addition of language that would redefine how the city could manage the stadium, at the request of the school district, to make the track available to citizens should another situation arise, such as when the state closed all schools in the spring due to the pandemic. The district always has and will continue to make the track available to our citizens when it is appropriate and safe, France said. Our position is that the district, the groups that support extracurricular activities, and private donors have all made an investment in Quaker Stadium to make sure the students in the district have a top-notch, excellent Quaker experience while attending school in New Philadelphia. With that being said, everyone involved in making Quaker Stadium what it is understands and agrees that the track should be made available to citizens when the students are not using it, and it is safe and appropriate. Up next, man injured after misloading rifle cartridge. Mineral City, a resident of Tuscaloosa Road Northeast, was treated at a hospital Tuesday morning after a rifle came apart, according to the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office. The deputy's report said the Sandy Township resident misloaded a cartridge for his new lever-action hunting rifle. When he tested the load, the rifle came apart in his hands. His injuries are not considered life-threatening, and he is expected to fully recover. Let's talk about the Strasburg Board of Education October 21st meeting. The key action was agreed to move forward to install a needlepoint ionizer technology system in the school. Discussion. The board listened to a presentation from Brian Wagner, CCG Automation, about the system, which will deliver clean air, remove odors, reduce outdoor air, and reduce energy consumption to make a school safer. The cost is $94,132, and the system has a 10-year guarantee. The system will be paid with maintenance fund money. The levy for this fund was passed in November 2014 and will expire in 2026. If any additional CARES Act funds are received by the district, the board may consider utilizing those funds to pay for all or part of the cost. The system is designed to capture gaseous and particulate contra in the air and create free radicals which can kill microorganisms and break down odors which can improve the indoor air quality. Currently, there are no cases of COVID-19 in the district. However, 2 students are quarantined for family members who are affected. In other action, heard a proposal from the Strasburg Fire Chief Andy Slemmer to purchase 2 additional AED machines for the school at a cost of $3,036. The school currently has 3 AED machines in operation. A machine is taken to the football field when games are played. The fire department also offers to give a CPR course to the staff if they are interested. No action was taken. Heard an update from Jennifer Wilson, Curriculum Director. She is working towards a gifted program, staff training, a curriculum corner newspaper, upcoming projects, and miscellaneous items. Herd Board President Robin Burkett thanked Veronica Spadell for her years of service to the Board of Education. Spadell resigned October 13th. Heard from high school middle school principal Adam Hall, the district is doing everything possible to keep the students safe during this pandemic. He said the teachers are doing a great job. He said the Hope Squad organization is in place and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes will meet on October 23rd in the high school gym where social distancing can be observed. Learned the district's newsletter will be sent out November 11th. The next two newsletters will be sent April 28th and July 21st. Back to school. Renewal of a request for the Total Care Program from CCG Automation. The dates of service are from November 1st, 2020 to October 31st, 2021 at a cost of $17,953, billed monthly. Approved a maternity leave for Hope Haney, art teacher, from October 19th to January 3rd, 2021. Issued one-year coaching and advisor contracts. Adam Hall, boys varsity basketball. Bob Nidenthal, varsity boys basketball assistant. Reese Bonifat, junior varsity boys basketball. Jeremiah Fearbaugh, freshman boys basketball. Walt Serrato and Mike Niederthal, volunteer boys basketball. Troy McClellan, varsity girls basketball. Alan Wirtz, junior varsity girls basketball. Emily Armstrong, varsity assistant girls basketball. Tommy Spadell, 7th grade girls basketball. Maggie Estock, 8th grade girls basketball. Kim Gessner, varsity basketball cheerleading advisor. Mary Sue Fearbaugh, middle school basketball cheerleading advisor. Granted one-year supplemental contract to Brett Hirschberger and Reese Bonifat, assistant athletic director, to split a stipend. Lindsay Paisley, mentor for Lacey Kinsey, band and music director. Dave Pumphrey, local processional development committee chairman. Kendra Wolgamott, Corey Nussbaum, Hope Haney, Sheila Dorshuk, and LPDC members. For your info, they recognize September Student of the Month Dylan Walker, high school, and Hannah Henry, middle school. They each received a plaque provided by the Lions Club and the district. Students that are learning remotely must make a 9-week commitment to Florida Virtual. 14 of those students are returning to classroom in person. Jim Dawson of Synergy Signs and Graphics painted a wall in a room at the high school representing the Strasburg Hope Squad. For safety reasons, the annual Elementary Fall Festival, the Grand Event, and Veterans Day event have been canceled. Students are writing letters to area veterans to thank them for their services. Parent-teacher group will offer a pumpkin patch on October 30th where students can choose a pumpkin and decorate it. Students will be permitted to wear their costumes if desired, and I hope they do. The next meeting will be at 6:30 p.m. November 18th in the administration building. And now, Tuscarawas County releases COVID-19 reminders. The Tuscarawas County Commissioner recently released some reminders regarding COVID-19 safety precautions as a response to the county re-entering the red category level 3. The public and those visiting the county are reminded to use electronic telephone means to conduct county business when possible. Utilize drop boxes, practice social distancing when visiting county facilities, perform a self-assessment before visiting county facilities, stay home if exhibiting symptoms related to COVID-19, and to wear a face mask covering if safely available to do so. For information, you can call 330-365-3240. Port Washington Church selling turkey dinners November 18th. St. Paul's United Church of Christ will hold its annual Turkey Supper November 18th. Serving will begin at 4 p.m. and will end at 7 p.m. or when dinners run out. The church is at the corner of High and Arch Streets. Directional signs will be posted. A line will form along Arch Street. Meals will be sold at the covered porch at the entrance of the Fellowship Hall. Customers are asked to stay in their vehicles, and volunteers will bring meals to the vehicles. The cost of the dinners is $10 for adults and $5 for children 12 and under. All meals will be for curbside pickup only. The menu is turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, noodles, green beans, cranberry salad, angel food cake, roll, and butter. And now, county offices remain open despite increased virus threats. In New Philadelphia, the Tuscarawas County Commissioner wants the public to know that the county office buildings will be staying open, even with the county now red on the state's COVID-19 map. Commissioner Al Landis says they feel confident about the extensive cleaning and protective measures in place since reopening during the summer. Landis says they include the installation of barriers at the service counters, using UV lights and foggers to kill the virus, and the addition of extra help to clean high-contact surfaces. Landis says the commissioners will also continue encouraging residents to take advantage of the service over the phone or online when possible. The commissioners also ask employees and visitors to stay home if they have a fever over 100.4 or any other symptoms. Well, group applauds Prevention Month proclamation. In New Philadelphia, Tuscarawas County's Anti-Drug Coalition coordinator says it's exciting to see substance abuse prevention efforts being recognized at the national level. Jody Salvo says they were thrilled to see October recognized for the first time as National Substance Abuse Prevention Month in a proclamation issued recently by President Donald Trump. She said the COVID-19 pandemic has been hard on everyone, so the timing of this designation couldn't be better. Salvo says the proclamation comes amid a recent spike in overdose and drug-related deaths that the coalition and its agency partners are working to combat with the Project Hope initiative that placed wooden silhouettes in the area communities. The project was supposed to culminate with an awareness event at the courthouse over the weekend, but organizers ended up canceling due to the county's heightened COVID-19 threat. And now, new assistance available for financially struggling renters. New Philadelphia. Tuscarawas County Job and Family Services offices is lending a hand to tenants at risk of losing their housing when the moratorium on eviction expires at the end of the year. Director David Haverfield says the agency is partnering with Southeastern Ohio Legal Services to administer a new rental assistance program that pays up to $1,500 to the landlords of income-eligible renters experiencing financial hardships as a result of the pandemic. Haverfield says to qualify for their program, applicants must have income at or below 200% of the federal poverty level and less than $2,000 at their disposal. Applications can be filed out online at www.tcjfs.org or in person at JFS office at 389 16th Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Let me give you that website again, www.tcjfs.org. A grant enhances local efforts to reduce fatal crashes. In Dover, Tuscarawas County's Safe Communities Coalition is using a nearly $42,000 grant from the Ohio Department of Public Safety to address traffic safety concerns in our community. Coordinator Kelly Snyder says it's the 5th year in a row the coalition has been awarded this funding from the department's Traffic Safety Office for its effort to promote seatbelt usage and safe driving practices. Snyder says the amount is based on the number of fatal crashes in the county. She says there were 9 last year with 10 fatalities, down slightly from 2018 when 12 people died in 11 crashes. But the goal is always to get to 0. Snyder says the money fund outreach efforts like the Safety Days event last month at the Newcomerstown Wendy's, where they checked around 330 vehicles for seatbelt usage and rewarded those who were buckled up with food coupons. Now, Tuscarawas Valley Civil War Roundtable will meet. The Tuscarawas Valley Civil War Roundtable will meet virtually at 6:30 p.m. November the 12th.
Past President John Fazio and Mel Maher will present opposing viewpoints on the removal of Southern Civil War-related symbols and monuments. Maher, on the affirmative, will debate that place names that memorialize the Confederacy should be changed and that monuments, statues, and other symbols should be dismantled and removed from public spaces. Fazio will present the opposite viewpoint. Questions from the public will be accepted. The goal of the roundtable is to educate the community about the American Civil War and preserve Civil War heritage. For information, call 330-343-6123. And next, grants are sought for the Uhrichsville Park Department. Uhrichsville leaders are working to secure funding to transform land the Twin City Water and Sewer District plans to donate to the city into a new park for the community. Council last week authorized Thrasher Engineering to apply for ODNR land and water conservation program funding on behalf of the city. Service Director Belle Everett says if it's approved, the money would be used towards local match for several other grants they're seeking to develop a public green space with parking, hiking trails, and a boat ramp on the west side of town near the Lowhead Dam being removed starting this week. Meanwhile, Mayor Mark Haney is asking residents to send letters of support for the project to Thrasher Engineering at 400 3rd Street Southeast, Suite 309, in Canton. A description of the project and preliminary drawings are on the city's Facebook page. Senior Center Director explains need for levy renewal. Tuscarawas County Senior Center officials are highlighting the services they're able to provide with the operating levy that's up for renewal this election. Executive Director Jamie Smith says the 0.8 mil levy generates about $1.6 million annually to help the center provide transportation, nutritious meals, fitness opportunities, and more to the county's older adult population. She says without it, the center and its 5 satellite locations would not be able to operate. The levy is listed as issue 21 on the November 3rd ballot. Smith says it's a 5-year renewal of the center's existing levy that costs the owners of a $100,000 home about $28 a year. Levy dollars are also fund in-home personal care and homemaker services at the center's minor home repair program. Up next, Council rules possible insurance requirements for events. Council members are at odds over a proposal application requirement for holding events on city-owned property. Councilman John Zakal says the policy would help safety officials monitor events and protect the city from liability claims. Councilwoman Cheryl Ramos argued the policy, which would have an insurance requirement, would put too many restrictions and costs on citizens who want to host events. Monday's Public Works and Economic Development Committee meeting ended with heated exchanges between audience members who questioned the insurance requirement and Zakal. The committee didn't make a decision on the proposed application process and scheduled another meeting for November 9th to continue the discussion. Up next, 30 seconds. Slow mail, get those ballots in now. I received 2 letters last week, one taking 13 days from Mineral City to Summerdale and one taking 10 days from Columbus. Where do we take shredded paper to be recycled? Someone needs to invent paint for automobiles that doesn't fade due to weather. Dealers are ripping the public off by attracting buyers with colors that will fade. I don't know why they're building all these banks. Nobody has any money. Half the people are out of work. Why don't they put Popeyes or something else in place of another bank? The election is near and Christmas is not far off. If you like saying Merry Christmas, vote accordingly. I've mailed my election ballot, Halloween and birthday cards and packages to Columbus and Akron. They've all been received within 2 to 3 days, so not all the mail is running poorly. Kudos to the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office and the Dover First Christian Church for holding the benefit lasagna dinner for Deputy Sheriff Mike Krieger's girls on Saturday. I bought 4 dinners and the portions and tastes were wonderful. The drive-through was simple: stop, pick up your bags, and go. When our communities pull together, what awesome things we can achieve. To all of the volunteers that pulled this off, you will be truly blessed. If you have an opinion, an answering machine is on duty 24 hours a day. Call 330-364-1939 or email opinions at timesreporter.com. Callers should speak slowly after the beep. Personal attacks, obscenities, intolerant or biased messages are not accepted. And friends, thank you for having me in your home today. This concludes the reading of the Times Reporter for Wednesday, October 28th. My name is Pam. Remember, stay safe, many blessings your way, and do what you can do to make today a great day.